Ethiopia's role in supporting the Rapid Support Forces militia. Greed and ambition that have reached the point of dismantling states and sowing seeds of cross-border division between friends and foes. In this report, prepared by the electronic platform Shahid Ayan, we reveal a secret cooperation network between Ethiopia and the UAE, which uses investments as a cover for military and intelligence operations, providing logistical, financial, and training support to the Rapid Support Forces militia in Sudan through border camps.
Staying in Ethiopia, the United Arab Emirates has agreed to invest $3 billion into the Ethiopian economy.
It appears that the flow of Emirati money tempted Ethiopia with growing ambitions toward its neighbors, so it began seeking to meet the UAE's demands in exchange for massive investments. The number of investment projects between the UAE and Ethiopia rose from 30 projects in 2019 to 113 projects, an increase of more than 276.9%, which made Ethiopia chase Emirati money without regard for any principles toward neighboring states. At the same time, Sudan, in 2019, witnessed the outbreak of manufactured demonstrations aimed at destabilizing and undermining the Sudanese regime. And this movement developed into direct support from the UAE, directed specifically to the Rapid Support Forces militia, through a rebel leader, Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, who convinced the UAE of wide influence inside Sudan through smuggling gold and rich resources, which led to his funding and support militarily, logistically, and politically. Notably, the simultaneity of these movements points to documented lines of cooperation, showing the expansion of the UAE's ambition to extend influence in East Africa, which dissipated due to an aggressive and unbalanced approach. Are the pieces of evidence and dates obtained by the Shahid Ayan electronic platform that confirm suspicious movements inside Ethiopia and highlight the features of this joint cooperation between Ethiopia and the Rapid Support Forces militia under Emirati direction in the war in Sudan. Since the militia's rebellion against state legitimacy, Ethiopia has maintained a deliberate silence on the militia's rebellion and has presented itself as opposed to the war in a suspicious manner, which led the Sudanese government and the armed forces to deal with Ethiopia with extreme caution. Recently, movements have emerged that moved from silence to action, where signs of forming military cooperation between the Rapid Support Forces militia and Ethiopia have become clearly visible on the ground. 22-2025. 15 foreign experts, Colombians, arrived with 2 Emiratis at Assosa Airport. They were transferred to the Bamboo Hotel under the guard of the Ethiopian army. Size of mercenaries. Since preparations began, their number reached 230 mercenaries inside Ethiopian territory, including operations directors, engineers, drone technicians, snipers, and artillery crews. October 2025. Arrival of mercenary experts accompanied by an Emirati intelligence brigade, Khalid. Their movements included Assosa, Mekwar, Yabus, and Belila to select locations for jamming devices and to train on operating them. 29/12/2025. Official Ethiopian media denied accusations of transferring equipment and opening camps for the Rapid Support Forces militia, describing the accusations as Egyptian propaganda to sow discord. 30/12/2025. Leaders from the command of Division 404 arrived in the Abramo area with 2 Ural trucks loaded with ammunition and personnel heading to areas around Yabus in Blue Nile. 30/12/2025. The experts departed via Assosa Airport on a private plane after visits inside Sudan and Benishangul region. 30/12/2025. the rebel Kuni Hamdan Dagalo arrived in Ethiopia and coordinated with the UAE intelligence to continue transferring mercenaries and vehicles to Sudan.
دي في أسوسة بتاعت شارات 00 يشوفوا اللي في بتاعت شارات 00 دي العربية الثانية أوب 3 وأنا دي أسوسة إثيوبيا بتاعت شارات ماشية في اتجاه شورغلي ماشية في اتجاه قيسان يا شباب.
The combat vehicles were waiting for those soldiers armed with sticks shown on your screen who were awaiting the supply of weapons and boarding the vehicles in coordination with militia elements in Asosa. During that time, they were chanting a slogan calling for the removal of the legitimate government and recognition of the malicious government, which is not internationally recognized. Ethiopia plays a secret role with the UAE in financing and supporting movements that threaten the stability of Somalia, Sudan, and the Horn of Africa, using massive investments as a cover for illegitimate expansionist policies. Ethiopian Emirati cooperation includes supporting separatist projects in Somalia and preparing conditions to seize ports and maritime crossings by backing separatist entities, revealing a clear greed to control the coasts. An Ethiopian flag appeared in one of the battles, carried by militia members in the Al Fula area, and this exposed Ethiopia and its silence. Everyone is asking about the presence of this flag inside Sudan. Ethiopia chose to remain silent instead of standing with the legitimate government, which revealed its cooperation with the militia under the direction of the UAE, and even its assistance to the militia in training and financing. But the vigilance of the Sudanese army always thwarts every plot hatched against it, both internally and externally.